Oh, she's talking golf, dude?
Oh, don't even start with nah. It's an English sport, just like footy, dude.
Footy is king, Tony.
Footy is king. Bill, are we started? Bill, are we started? Welcome to Hammer Dahn!
Dad!
#1 sports betting podcast coming out of the Pat McAfee Incorporated offices.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Tone Diggs. Pat might pop in.
Never know.
Never fucking know.
Never know.
Boston Connor might pop in.
That one we do know.
He's not here. He
It's
won't
on
pop in.
vacation, my friend.
Bubba Gumpy's definitely here.
I am here, my friend.
Nick's gonna pop in for some.
Nicky Skates.
Nicky Skates is gonna pop in for some of those hockey picks. Mitt's here, still on a heater.
How'd baby Mitt?
Jay hasn't lost a bet this year.
This century.
I have, actually.
Wow.
Well, you got locks back there, Jay.
I wish.
Jay was sneaky betting last year, and he almost hit Did you hit a 10-team parlay maybe?
I've been close a few times, but not quite there.
Jay's sneaky. He's sneaky with his bets. He doesn't have to promote them and brag about them. He's just like a humble guy who's like, hey, here I am making bets.
Smart.
If you want to win FanDuel, hashtag FanDuel Hammer Dahn rollover 750.
Ooh, 750, Tony.
You can't be humble about your bets. You do have to tweet your bets. Tweet them to @Hammer Dahn on Twitter. It's okay if you tag me and Gumpy too.
Feel free.
Do you want to tag
I
Mitt?
like to check them out. Tag Mitt.
Tag
Mitt
Mitt
loves
too.
it. Mitt loves it.
Tag Mitt too. Hammer Dahn. Hashtag FanDuel Hammer Dahn rollover 750. 10-leg parlay. Minus 130 or worse odds. Now don't try to do this. Don't be a scumbag because we're not going to pay you out if this happens.
You'll be blocked, banished.
There's a reason why sports books don't allow you to do this. You can't bet like tonight. Let me pick a game here tonight, okay?
Go with Golden State, Portland.
Let's go with Golden State, Portland, okay? You can't take Golden State first quarter, Golden State second quarter, Golden State third quarter, Golden State fourth quarter, Golden State game, because those are all tied together, you see? Those are all in correlation, as we like to say. That's a correlated parlay. So, yeah, if you hit 4 of those, the fifth is going to hit blah, 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 blah. I mean, let's have a little bit. Don't be a scumbag.
Let's have respect for the game here.
I mean, if you want to bet 8 player props in the same game, that's fine. Go ahead. Hats off. If Steph Curry scores 30 points, it doesn't mean Draymond is going to score 12.
No correlation.
No correlation. I mean, there might be some little bit of correlation, but that's fine. If you want to do like Steph to score 35 and get a W as long as it's minus 130 or less or worse, sure. Go ahead. But you know what we're talking about.
You know what we mean.
Also, a push is not a win.
Thank you. A push is not a win. It's not a loss.
It's a 9-game winner. It's not a 10-game winner.
Yes, just like if you were on a sports book and you put in a 10-game parlay and one of those legs is a push, they will pay you out as if it was a 9-leg parlay.
And you tell your friends you hit a 9-game parlay.
Fucking hats off.
Do not tell your friends
Fucking
you hit
hell.
a 10-game parlay.
Tip my cap to you, my friends. But that's just not how that works. So we'll clear that up. FanDuel, Hammer Dahn, rollover, 750. Tomorrow's 1,000. Friday's 1,250 if nobody hits. March Madness is heating up.
Hey,
The Horizon League was on fucking fire last night.
this is March, Tony.
This is March.
We were robbed of this last year. Let's soak this in.
We were robbed of this last year.
Absolutely robbed.
And as I said last night, March is filled with pain. And last night, that pain for me was in the Horizon League. It was Detroit. I got him at -1. You are just a savage fucking. This is why you stay up late for winners. I wake up early. You got the +1.5 on Detroit, so you were fine. Detroit versus Northern Kentucky. Detroit didn't score for the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Just absolutely devastating. Georgia Tech didn't score for the last 4 minutes. They went to overtime against Duke. If you had West Virginia first half and for the total game, God bless your soul. If you had Wright State, who was up 24, I believe, and they lost in overtime, I think. God bless your soul on that one. Cleveland State.
Cleveland State has fallen off a bit.
They have fallen off a
They
bit.
were very good at the start of the year, even up to a couple of weeks ago, covering machines.
I can't remember what game it was, but the total was 150 yesterday, and they had scored 170 in each of their first two games. They scored 170 again yesterday. Oh, I know what it was. It was Wright State. That was the Wright State game. Mm-hmm. We didn't take that one.
I mean, last night, West Virginia, crushing, plus 4.5, absolutely crushing. Duke, with a chance to win it, doesn't cover the 2 in overtime.
Let me see here. I have some other. Oh, by the way, the Suns 19 and 4 on the first quarter run. They also cover against the Lakers. That was Foxy's pick, was the Lakers. So Foxy, what is he, 15? If you're fading Foxy, it's 15 and 7.
There is actually, on FanDuel today,
There's a boost.
a Fade Foxy Super Boost.
Do you know what it is yet? He just tweeted it out.
Yep. I got it.
I know he's taking
So he's on
Golden State.
He's on Golden State. So if you fade Foxy and take the Trailblazers to cover plus 1.5 instead of minus 110, it's plus 110.
I like that.
Let's go.
And the way
Which-
Foxy's been betting, I mean,
Which a little early indication here, a little early talk for you here. I was already on the Blazers tonight, so I feel fucking pretty good about this one.
that's great, Tony.
Feel pretty good about this one. I talked about Cleveland dogs in OT. If you have a dog and the game goes to OT,
You're playing with fire.
rest in peace.
Burn it down.
That's where dogs go to die.
Free throws.
Anything
Always
from
comes down to
free
free
throws
throws.
have been fucking. Detroit couldn't hit a free throw last night. The night before, Luka couldn't hit it. The Mavs. Who did we have the Mavs against?
Oh, Luca, yeah.
And he couldn't hit the free throw.
6.5.
6.5 and 7.
The hook will always get you, my friend.
I will be honest with you. If you want to fade me right now, that's a fucking smart bet.
Yeah, it has been a March. March is looking better. February was
Foxy gets
tough.
the attention, and rightfully so, because he stinks. But I'm right up there with Foxy right now. It's been a tough, since the Super Bowl ended, it's been a tough little run here. We're going to get back. Okay? You want to start getting back right now? Do you?
no time like the present, my friend.
Do you have any college basketball games today?
Yes, I also am going to give this out first. Tomorrow,
Tomorrow?
Tottenham.
What? The Spurs?
They are at Fulham. They were almost at even money. They were for a bit. They're minus 105 money line at Fulham. Tottenham looked very good against Burnley on the weekend. Burnley just tied Leicester, so Burnley's not a bad squad at all. Fulham's been playing a bit better, but you can get Tottenham at almost even money against Fulham. I'd take that.
Is Bale in the starting line?
He fucking better be, Tony, because he's got his shooting boots on.
He really does have
And when
fucking
his shooting boots are
dude.
on, that team is a different wagon.
He takes his fucking left leg and he fucking sets it to the side and then he attaches a cannon, dude.
He just announced he was back last game. Like I haven't seen him like that in a good
I
few
know.
years. Like since he
Real a few years ago.
probably since even we had that run on Wales. Remember when Wales went on that
Oh,
run in
yeah.
the Euros and him and Ramsey just carried
Uh-huh.
him on their backs? Like if he can get going and stay healthy, man, he's still got it. He's not that old.
Do you have a footy rivalry budding right now versus Nigel Seeley?
No, I don't think so.
For those of you that don't know, Nigel, he goes on VSiN, which is another network for gambling. We like those guys. They
Yeah.
do a lot of good shows.
I mean, I don't know why he said he didn't know who I was. That was kind of weird, but
Well,
he follows me. I don't know.
I think that's what I'm saying. That's what we're starting a budding rivalry.
Interesting.
We'll see. Maybe we get Nigel on the show.
Hey,
He is in England though, so if we start at 4, it's 10. He'll still be up.
when's he going? He usually goes on VSiN.
He
early
goes
in the
on
mornings.
Paulie and Jesus.
Might be into the Pines by now.
He normally goes on at like 7 a.m. So,
Yeah.
what do you got for college tonight?
Only 4 tonight, Tony.
Okay, I got one.
What do you got?
I'm sticking with the theme where I'm only taking teams that are playing in a conference tournament right now.
Okay.
I'm not dealing with end of season bullshit, regular season.
Yep.
I am taking Morehead State. They are minus 7.5 against Southeast Missouri. It scares me a little bit because Last night, Cleveland State was minus 7.5, and they failed to cover,
Yep.
and they were the better team. Morehead State 20-7 versus Southeast Missouri, who's 11-15. They are the better team.
Yep.
They've been the better team all season long. They've got no layoffs to deal with. They've both played recently. I'm just going to pick the better team here, and I'm going to hope they cover Morehead State minus the 7.5 for college basketball.
Smart. Like it.
Okay.
Syracuse, money line over Clemson.
Bubble team.
Clemson 1-5 against the spread on the road. Syracuse 12-1 at home. Another money line. St. John's money line over Providence. 9-3 at home. 7-3 their last
The Johnnies?
10. I like the Johnnies.
Okay.
Penn State minus 4.5
Penn State
at
is
home
against Nebraska. It has to be
over
against
Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota started the season good, and I don't know what the hell has happened. They're just getting ran by teams. They're 0-9 on the road.
Ugh.
They're 1-8 on the road ATS. And then I'm going back to my Ducks, Tony. I love this Oregon team. -4 at home against UCLA. 10-2 at home. UCLA 3-7 on the road against the spread. 2-8 against the spread their last 10. So I'll lay the 4 with Oregon.
Okay, so one more time, run through yours.
Syracuse money line.
Okay.
St. John's money line. Penn State -4.5, and Oregon -4.
Okay. And mine was Morehead minus 7.5. That's our college for today. Mitt, what do you got for NBA tonight?
We got a lot of NBA tonight.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I am also on the Fade Foxy movement. I don't think anybody has profited more from Fade Foxy than me. We got the Portland Trailblazers. They are also Public's putting some money on Golden State. We're also fading the Public there. I was looking at the Brooklyn versus Houston game. Houston is probably the worst team in the NBA right now.
They are so incredibly bad.
It is insane, Tony. They have lost, or they have been losing against the spread their last 4 games.
Yeah, I mean,
we got Brooklyn's obviously been dominating against the spread, so we're taking Brooklyn there.
I mean, don't just talk about this game and not talk about that it's James Harden's first game back in Houston.
Well, James Harden's over-under is 30.5 points. I am definitely taking the over.
If it was
of
over
that.
under 40, I might take the over.
I was looking at a
Alternate?
boosted one, alternate of 40, and that's looking like the move.
I got
It's a
Brooklyn
plus line.
early at -8.5. I believe it's up to 10 now. It's just not enough points.
Yeah, I took them at 9.5. I'm expecting them to cover by probably 13, 14.
Yes, please.
I'm also taking Charlotte tonight. There is a lot of sharp money on Charlotte. We're looking at the thing. It was 98% of the money and 46% of the bets, which I really liked.
Big betters on Charlotte.
I was also thinking that the same thing with the sorry, wrong one.
Oh,
You're all right,
man.
Mitt. Take
I'm
your
going on my
time,
phone.
dude.
Take your time. It's fine.
I was
Take
thinking
your
the
time.
same thing with the Lakers. We're betting against the Lakers tonight.
No LeBron, by the way. Do you know that, right?
That is why I am betting against the Lakers tonight. I am
In
a
Sacramento.
LeBron.
Sacramento stinks.
What's
but
the spread on that, Mitt?
It's like 3,
It's like 3.5, but Sacramento's probably going to cover by like 6, 7. I could see them really blowing them out. Lakers don't have any playmakers beside Dennis Schroeder. Like, they just kind of stink right now. It's a hard time to be a Lakers fan, so
But
I
you're
will bet
taking them.
against them.
Oh, you're taking Sacramento.
No. Yeah, I'm betting on Sacramento. We're looking at a lot of sharp money. We're going 66% of the money on 35% of the bets on that one.
Attaboy.
And the last one that I was taking was the New Orleans Pelicans. Love the Pelicans tonight.
Against the Bulls on the road, huh?
Yeah, the Bulls have been on a little bit of a schneid the last two
2
games,
games.
Tony.
they're
And the
great on
Pelicans
the
are
road.
starting to heat up. So
You don't think the Pelicans might have a little bit of a lapse after
No,
the huge wins against the Jazz?
no, not the
No,
Pels,
dude.
dude. Let's go, Pels.
That's
No.
a dangerous one. Just
unless
saying,
you're
it's
on
a
the
dangerous
Bulls.
one.
Unless you're on the Bulls.
For NBA, I am on Brooklyn, as we talked about. I am on OKC. I got him at 6. Luka's at.
Love it.
OKC's very, very good on the road. I think 11-5 ATS. Dallas stinks at home ATS. Taking Portland, fading Foxy plus the 2. And then my last one,
You're getting risque. It
I'm
feels
digging
like.
my own grave here. I'm taking the Sixers home puppies against the Jazz.
You go against the Jazz at your own accord, my friend.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I said I'm digging my own grave.
What's the spread on that?
3.5. I'm getting the Sixers at plus 3.5. Let me see if it's moved. Actually, it may have. because the early money was on the Jazz. So something to think about. Still at 3.5. Open to 2.5, 3.5. I'm taking the Sixers. All right. So something we haven't done yet on the show as of this year, since we were mostly primarily football with Mr. Lombardi, and then the Super Bowl happened, and then we've kind of done a lot of basketball since the Super Bowl. Because I normally don't start looking at golf until around Masters.
Fair enough.
It's just kind of, or the Players next weekend. It's kind of kickoff. But I love betting golf. Had a good year last year with it.
After talking with Morikawa, I'm ready to scratch that itch too, my friend.
Had Gary Woodland a couple years ago on the U.S. Open. That was awesome. But since we're not into it yet, and I know there's a lot of money to be made out there, here our following guest at Cutmaker Jeff on Twitter, on VSiN every single week. Let me tell you how Jeff is done. By the way, Jeff's an indie guy. Indie Jeff. He had Hideki at the 2020 Players. When he was winning, he had Webb Simpson as a winner at the RBC Heritage. He had Billy Horschel at the Barbasol. He had JT, Justin Thomas, as a winner at the WGC St. Jude. Bryson as a winner at the U.S. Open. Hovland as a winner. Harris English as a winner. Patrick Reed as a winner. And those were all since the restart of golf happened after COVID. So he's been absolutely on fire. He has a lot of great information at Cutmaker Jeff on Twitter. Jeff, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us.
Fellas, I'm amazing. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun. And I listened to the Morikawa interview. That was awesome. And so I teed up some Maverick McNeely comments today.
He loved Maverick. Like I said, I listen to you in the mornings when you go on with Follow the Money. I've been trailing your picks a lot lately. You've made me some money. How much are you up this year?
Yeah, it's been a really good year. Obviously, when you have some outrights we've had, and I do a lot of live betting as well.
Okay.
So I think that honestly is where a lot of the money's to be made, is when you look at it and let's say a guy like, I'll say DJ, for example, is in the hunt. And the early odds go crazy on him. The price on DJ drives everybody down. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of money to be made live as well. So golf's been really good to me this year. We'll hope to keep it going and try to take advantage of some live opportunities and some round-by-round matchups. It's a lot of fun, guys.
When you're looking at the tournaments, what I would do last year is I would find the course statistics and then look at what statistics led to victories and success at that course, and then find the player that ranked the highest in all of those statistics and kind of matched them up and did long-term versus short-term success. How do you approach it?
You know what? You're spot on. That's exactly how I approach it. But I kind of take a hybrid blend of short and long-term success and some of those key stats. This week, guys, I think is really interesting, highly relevant, is approach from over 200 yards. A third of the shots in this tournament are taken from over 200 yards.
Okay.
So you might call that important. Right? so we know that. And so going into this, I looked at this and I said, okay, the first thing I'm going to look at is who's the best in the field. In somewhat recent form, I took 24 rounds, so your last 6 tournaments or so, who's the best in the field. That kind of started with there and built the model from there. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that certainly factored in some of my picks. I absolutely look at key categories. I think, honestly, I probably overrate putting more than some people do. Some people will tell you that putting doesn't matter. I'm of the opinion that you cannot be a bad putter, and I'm not putting money on you if you're a bad putter.
Correct.
If you're a good putter and you win, you beat me, okay, but you're not getting much of my money if you're a bad putter.
What did you think of Morikawa when he said he changed his putting grip, and then 2 weeks ago he was last in the field in putting, but he was like, you know what, it feels good to me, so I'm going to stick with it this week, and he ends up winning.
Well, yeah, I was on him 2 weeks ago. And then
you would have liked to have known he changed up his grip.
Stats and I said, well, gosh, I can't take Morikawa right now. His putting's been horrible. Well, little did I know that he was feeling it, and I wish I had the conversation with him that you guys did. I would have bet on him again. So, Morikawa definitely. What's crazy about him is he is by far and away statistically, and it's really not close, the number 1 iron player on tour.
Yeah.
Like, he is elite.
And that's what he said he loves to us.
In irons. Like, the only guy who's even the same conversation is Justin Thomas. And I mean, to the guy, when the guy's that elite with his irons and so consistent, if the putting's even pretty good, he's going to be super tough to beat. He sounds like an awesome guy. I really enjoyed your guys' interview. That was a lot of fun, and I'm super happy to see him win, even though I didn't bet.
Jeff, this weekend for the Arnold Palmer Invitational on FanDuel, we have a super boost. Pat McAfee super boost on FanDuel from plus 110 to plus 175. If an American wins the Arnie this weekend, who do you like? Do you think there's an American that has a chance? Let's go through who you like the most and maybe some long shots.
Sure. So the American who I think has the best chance, obviously Bryson certainly has a chance, right? If he gets it figured out, Bryson grades at number 2 in my model overall. So certainly if any American can win, Bryson can. When you look a little further up the board, a guy I really like this week is Patrick Reed. A lot of people don't like Patrick Reed because of one reason or another. You can pick your reasons, but I honestly think that it certainly helps when you're playing DFS because people don't want to click on Patrick Reed's name, so it drags his ownership down. But I like Patrick Reed a lot. You just can't deny his talent. There's nobody better on and around the greens than Reed, and it was just a price play for me. At over 20-1, Patrick Reed is a phenomenal bet this week. A couple other guys I like who aren't Americans. I like Sungjae Im. He's my favorite guy, over 20-1. Elite ball striker. Finished third here 2 years in a row. Really good putter on Bermuda greens, like Sungjae Im. And the guy we saw late in the tournament last week is Matthew Fitzpatrick. Also putted well here, gaining strokes putting over his last 6 visits to Bay Hill. He gained 7 strokes tee to green his last 2 times here, and he's been playing well recently. No reason to think he can't do it again.
How much do you look into, like you said, that he putts good on Bermuda grass? Like, is that a huge thing that you look into?
Has it worked in the past?
You know, it absolutely. It's one of those things where when I look at it, if a guy, let's take a certain surface, and you guys play golf, you know, like a case in point, I was just in Florida. The greens in Florida, the Bermuda greens, are different than when you go out here in Indy. Or you go to California, their POA greens, they're really different. They're bumpy as hell. It's a totally different dynamic. And so having comfort on those greens is a huge piece of it, looking at saying, okay, this makes some sense. This guy's really good on POA, or this guy sucks on POA or Bermuda. The surface is really interesting. Huge comfort level for these guys. And you heard Morikawa say, he was just comfortable. Mm-hmm. And being comfortable is a huge part of it. Some people just can't get comfortable putting on certain greens.
So we actually talked, but we were talking about it yesterday, and a lot of people don't know that you could bet on more than just the winner. Like there's matchups and stuff like that. Now we got some guys that you like as far as odds and betting on the money and good value. Do you have anyone in matchups that you like this weekend?
Sure, I'll pull FanDuel up right now. So some matchups I like on FanDuel. I like Tyrrell Hatton at plus money over Rory. Played him at plus 120. I think that's got some value.
Why are you going against Rory?
Say that again?
Why are you going against Rory?
It's not so much a fade against Rory as a play on Tyrrell Hatton. Hatton won here last year, and when you look at the last 50 rounds and the distance I mentioned, over 200 yards, Hatton's number 1.
Okay.
He's got really good experience here, like Hatton, and it's a good price. You're getting plus money. I think it's really close, and getting plus money at that price, I'm in. I'll tell you another one I like, and it's kind of juicy, expensive, price-wise, but I like Patrick Reed over Spieth. Spieth, he's a very popular guy. Everybody hates Reed, but Spieth has been struggling to keep in the fairway, and the rough's going to be long. It's going to be tough to hit it out of the rough. I expect Reed to keep it in play and Reed to really kind of dominate with the short game. So I took Reed over Spieth. On down the list, a few other guys I like, maybe lesser known. Then I like Cameron Davis a lot, guys. I played him at 80-1. I think he's 65 or so to 1 on FanDuel now. I love him. He's never played here before, but if his putter holds up, he's going to be in the hunt. He's gained an average of 6 strokes tee to green over his last 5 events. His ball striking is amazing, and he's third in that distance I mentioned of over 200 yards. I played him over Gooch as another matchup, and I played Sam Field of Burns over Will Zalatoris, another plus money matchup I like a lot this week.
What do you play at here around town? Do you play around town here?
Yeah, I live up in Harbor Trees up in Noblesville on Morse Reservoir.
Oh, okay. He does well gambling.
I'll get you an Uber, Pat.
Hey, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it if I get up there, boss. I'm happy you're on. I'm in the middle of, and this doesn't involve gambling, so I apologize, Diggs, and everybody basically.
No, I love it.
I just got rather vitamin out there, and I started coming. I think this is the spring. This is the spring. I'm going to play every single morning and try to get really good at golf. You know, it's like you have to make that commitment, I think, that you're going to be good. Because if not, you're going to play maybe once a month or whatever, and it's just not going to work. I think this spring I'm going to try to. I love the sport. I think I can be good at it. I enjoy watching it. I think this is the spring that we go for it, pal. I think this is the one.
Hey, Pat, I got a guy for you who's a buddy of mine who's been working with Jacoby Brissett and teaching him how to play. Jacoby's obviously a really good athlete, and he's been working with Jacoby. You can be his next student, so I can hook you up.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm going with the Bubba. The Bubba Watson, no swing coach, please. No swing coach, no. Just because I don't want to have to commit to actual time, because although I'm saying I'm going to play every morning, that probably lasts 2-3 days, and then I won't do it anymore. But if so, I would like to call your guy.
No worries, we can do that.
Jeff, I just got a text from someone else out in the office who is looking to bet this weekend. Wanted to know your thoughts on Victor Hovland this weekend. Since he has been hot, he did blow up on one hole, which kind of ruined his tournament last weekend. What are your thoughts on Victor this weekend?
Who's that?
He's number one in my model. I love
He's
Hovland.
number one.
Absolutely love Hovland. The thing I don't love is the price, to be honest with you. So, as I mentioned before, I talked about live betting, and guys, I think, especially FanDuel does a terrific job with it. That is where the biggest opportunity is you get a guy, let's say Rory has a really good Thursday and he's, 7 under or something, and Hovland's 3 under. I'm just making give you an example. You'll be able to get Hovland like 20-1. And at that point, that's when you strike. If you're really paying attention to these, and you're staying on top of it, or in my case, I send texts out to people, hey, here's what I'm betting it. I think it's a huge advantage. You can find some really good opportunities. We have Hovland on Sunday at 27-1.
Hovland.
And so, he was coming down the stretch. He was gonna be close. We had him at 27-1. He's 12-1 or so now. Certainly he can win, and I think he's a good play. It's just I think we can get a better price if somebody goes low on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, he is the second best odds on FanDuel right now to win the tournament at plus 1,200. Yeah. Rory's at plus 850. You just mentioned your texting service. Your podcast is at the Cupmaker Pod, correct?
It is, yeah. At Cupmaker Pod is our Twitter handle, and it's myself and my friend Tim Simons. I don't know if you guys are fans of the HBO show Veep, but he was one of the stars of Veep, and we recorded a pod Monday that was kind of fun to hear about his some of his experience, because the Golden Globes were on this weekend. He talks some about the Golden Globe after parties, sort of the PG-rated version, and he's a really good guy. He's an amateur golfer who lives in LA and gets to play a lot of nice courses, but it's fun to talk golf with him. He and I build some DFS lineups together and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. We talk golf, and then and then I send out a text message on Wednesday to our subscribers, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every morning during the tournament, you get all the head-to-head matchups we play for that day. There's often some value in the individual round matchups that you can bet. So we send those out, and then every time we play a live play in tournament on a guy, you get that text as well. So you can take advantage of the mispricing in the market when the market overreacts to somebody taking a big.
How do people sign up for the texting?
Yeah, just text golf to 855 golf pod. So it's pretty straightforward, and you get a link for cost you the price of about a pizza a weekend. It's $25 a weekend. You get all the text, all the plays we make all week long, and it's a ton of fun. And our members have done really well. As you mentioned at the beginning, we've had a good year so far since the restart, and we're gonna keep it going.
Jeff, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Good luck this weekend.
Attaboy, Jeff.
We'll definitely be reaching out to you in the future with the PGA coming up and Augusta and all that.
Appreciate it, boys.
Thank you, Jeff.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Jeff.
Take care, guys.
That guy seemed like a cool dude, huh?
Yeah, I got a.
He looks like Brian Kelly and Bruce Arians.
I had no idea what he looked like before coming on, but I followed him a few weeks ago.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. It does. I followed him a few weeks ago because I listened to him and he just kept winning. So I followed him, and then he DM'd me and said, "Hey, anytime you need me on the show."
Yeah, I like really cool. He seemed like a really cool guy, and he was very confident.
And he said, "Hey, anytime you guys want to come up to Noblesville and golf, might hit him up."
We should do that.
But yeah,
Golf is one of those things you have to commit to. Though.
Yeah.
for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
It's a day. It's a day. It's a full day.
No, I'm doing just the morning.
It's just 9.
Yeah, I'm
Speed
gonna
golf.
I'm gonna do the Mark Wahlberg, Michael Jordan.
3 a.m.
Nikki Skates, you out there to finish this up with some picks? That was
What's that guy's name? Jeff what?
Jeff Seeley.
Oh, Seeley. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I follow Seeley for soccer picks.
Oh, Nigel.
Yeah, I follow Nigel Seeley for soccer.
Different spelling, but yeah, I mean, Nigel's trying to take shots at Gumpy.
Oh, Gumpy, we got a little soccer sharp rivalry popping off on the internet right now.
Oh, Nigel.
Oh, you're talking about Nigel. Hey, Nigel's made us a lot of money, hasn't he, Nick?
I'll tell you what. I love Gump to death. One of my favorite humans, right?
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
But every time I take one of his picks,
Yeah.
it fucking loses.
Wow.
And when I ride with Nige, we're riding high.
Mitt had to move a camera to face you, I think is what happened. I literally looked back at Mitt, and I was wondering why he hasn't cut the camera. I know, and he's just moving. Great work back there, Mitt.
Hey, baby, man.
Hey, boy, Mitt. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome
Good
to
to
the
be
show,
here.
Nick. What do you like tonight?
I will say other people who tried to follow Gumpy today lost a lot of money as well. But Gumpy,
Really?
Gumpy's hit like 7 parlays for me that have amassed over $10,000. So I appreciate you, Gumpy.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Bob.
I had no idea who Nigel was. I love
Me neither.
Gumpy and his picks, but
But we do like the fact that there's potential little soccer sharp beef in these streets in your
you
apartment.
have to.
Have to.
He knows who I am.
Ooh. Hey, he knows. They know. They know. They know.
Last night in the NHL, all favorites won except for the Penguins.
Big home dog win.
Or are they better without Sidney Crosby?
That's what people are asking. I'm
For a
bummed.
game or two, maybe, but over the long haul, you're not going to be better without one of the best players in the league. It's just not going to happen.
I agree. I didn't say it.
Please. You're wearing a shirt.
Best player in the league?
Thank you. There was a lot of internet slander towards Sidney Crosby last night whenever the Penguins were winning against a team they lost to earlier.
Well,
in
if you
the
noticed, Gino Malkin finally showed up to play. Chris Letang wasn't turning the puck over at any single opportunity he had.
season. And then people were saying, is that because they didn't like...
There was a fucking tic-tac-toe goal. Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's beautiful. Cece, first goal is a pen. Let's go. Second goal is a
Second,
pen.
yeah.
Shout out, Cease.
You know.
I know.
And Jari,
I know.
you slandered that guy pretty good. You dragged his name through the mud. He has turned around quite a bit.
You're welcome.
He needed that. He
I've
needed
yet
that.
to get a thank
He
you.
needed that hard coach.
Okay? He needed... Pierre McGuire buried the play-by-play guy last night during the game.
Johnny Forsland.
Friend of the show, Pierre McGuire, buried Johnny Forsland during the game. It was epic. It was beautiful. The guy had nothing left to say. He said, I have no answer to that. The guy was cutting a promo for something, and Pierre goes, great energy for the promo. Now let's bring that to the game. That's just like a... That's just a...
There is no coming back from that.
It was... I love Pierre. I fucking love that
I
man.
do too.
I really do.
Talking to him gave me a better and greater appreciation for what he does on the ice.
I think he has a better personality than people give him credit
He
for.
definitely does.
Yeah.
He should use
Very
more of
much
it
so.
on the broadcast.
But I think he is, though, and you guys just don't consider that his personality.
It's like probably not recency bias, but maybe overexposure because I see him all the time, listen to him all the time.
Is he the only person that works over there, by the way? Is he calling every game at this point?
Pretty much. Sometimes Boosh does between the glass. I don't know if he's been doing it much this year. If they moved him up into the booth. but,
Bochy Gross?
Oh, bitch.
Brian Boucher, former goalie.
Not to be considered.
they got
confused with-
Gooch?
Hey,
they
what
got
about
Gooch.
Gooch, though?
Big
What about
Gooch.
Gooch?
We're going against Gooch this weekend. Before we move on to your hockey
Sorry,
picks,
Nick.
No, you're good.
the place where he said he plays, Mitt immediately replied with, they have $1 Busch Lights there, so.
Fucking man.
Love that.
That wasn't supposed to be for this show, but
Why not? He's got a good You're the best, dude.
Just exploded out there.
You're the best. Go ahead, Nick.
We're going Bruins at home against Washington.
That's no office. Oh, sorry.
Bees on
You're
back-to-back. Bees back-to-back W's.
Yeah, I think so.
They need it.
They do need it.
They did need it. They got cold,
If they're going to try to keep up with the Pens.
especially without Sid.
And then the one I like the most, to be honest, is easy. Is the Leafs in the under at 6.5. They're playing Edmonton again. Toronto's 7-1 in the last 8 on the road against Edmonton, and the total's gone under in 8 of Edmonton's last 11. Past like 2 times these guys have played, I think it's gone under.
Did
as
you
well.
say Leafs and the under or just
Leafs
the under?
and the under? If it's at 6.5, which I think it is on FanDuel currently.
I will check for you to make sure that we
Believe it's plus
are
money too
an
as well.
upstanding, not lying show. I can tell you that the Leafs and Oilers are under 6.5. Juice to the over, so you're getting plus money, plus
Do it.
104 at 6.5.
Do it. I also like Arizona money line and the over 5.5 there. Total's gone over in 6 of Arizona's last 7 games on the road.
Look at you, juice to the under here, so you're getting plus money on the over on the Coyotes Kings.
You
Yes,
trade in
sir.
the public, Nick.
And Vegas money line.
Oh, the Knights.
Back on the Knights. We tried. We gave the Wild their shot on Monday night.
Is Flyer in
They
that?
blew it with 30 seconds left. We'll come back to the Knights. Let me see who is in that. To be honest, Robin Lehner is so good too.
That's what I was
that
about
it
to
almost
say.
doesn't matter who's in net for the Knights.
Because Flower might score a goal and cost
They got
us
Zach
all.
Parise as a scratch.
By the way, is that still on the website?
Parise is a
for the
healthy scratch
for the
tonight.
second time in his 16-year
Yeah, he's
career.
got 9 points, so it's
Are you shitting me?
Also, speaking
Fleury is in tonight.
Speaking of Flyer and the Vegas Golden Knights, there is a plus 10,000 plus
10,000.
plus 10,000 bet on FanDuel for Flower to score a goal. Pat McAfee special because we talked about it on the live show noon to 3 every day on YouTube and series.
And tonight's a good one because last time they played a tight game, and anytime there's a tight game, you get a goalie pull situation. Flower's
Seriously.
going to take a shot. Flower. And lastly, Anaheim.
That'll
plus
cost us
135.
$100,000. Anaheim.
the Ducks.
Well, going with the Ducks. Ducks are 0-5-2 in their last 7.
What the fuck? This is their due.
They're due.
Better.
The
That should be a
Blues,
shirt by the Hammer Down. They're
Yeah.
due.
the
They're
Blues
due.
just beat them.
I also need to make
5-4 on Monday.
get up
It's the
early.
Ducks' turn.
Hunt and win.
Ducks
We
are
need a
good.
hunt and winner shirt too.
Yeah, with
We should also
maybe you with the cowboy hat.
maybe just a big hammer with down in the hammer. The
Oh, genius.
word in the hammer.
Okay. Mitt, you getting these?
I'm writing all of these down on my phone right
That's
now.
a lie because
Yeah.
you're sending texts
Yeah.
to the wrong groups.
You're probably fucking Snapchatting floozies,
They
dude.
got dollar beers.
Hey, to be fair, Mid had a dynamite drop it in the show
He
today.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Then he doubled down.
Kids-
Well, heat check. He
Kid's
fucking-
really finding his stride.
well, that was being said until round 2.
Can we not add
Yeah,
hockey
footy-
to the
hockey.
sidebar,
Nah,
please?
nah, nah.
There's no respect here.
You can
Mitt
get
does
And it has become an
you can
integral
get
part of
rid
the show.
heat
Mitt
check.
does it.
Football
Mitt does the sidebar.
Oh, we're getting rid of the
Get rid of heat check.
Hey, ask the producer of the show, Mitt McMahon. It's in his Twitter profile.
I just realized Mitt's not here next week.
Emmett Steven.
Where's Mitt going?
Jeez,
That
all right,
means
you sound like my mom.
that
Hey,
means
is-
back on the phones.
Is Johnny in Pittsburgh in net tonight for the Ducks?
He is. I believe so. Let me double check that. But,
What's that mean?
Johnny Gibson from Pittsburgh native.
Oh, JG.
Where do you go to school?
oh, boy. I don't know if he stuck around long enough to go to
he's
school
Probably
there.
had to leave.
He was just born and raised in junior somewhere else.
He let's see here. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Doesn't say
It's
what,
not confirmed yet, but it's expected to be Gibson.
doesn't say what town.
I didn't know we had a goalie in.
Oh, yeah.
Jones.
He's from the South, I believe.
South Hills.
Played a lot of soccer down there. They had a lot of money down there.
Yeah, he's expected to be the American Olympic goalie if they get him.
Let's fucking go. We got a Pittsburgh guy in net. Let's go. What's his name again?
Is he from
John
Baldwin?
Gibson.
I don't want to slander him and say he's from an area he's not from because I do like Johnny, but I think he went to Baldwin.
Baldwin, also home of the Del Grecos. Great family. Redheaded Johnny Del Greco. What a fucking stud that guy was. You ever seen a redheaded Italian? Like,
Oh yeah, they're from up north.
Yeah, way north.
his family was awesome.
He's from up north, dude.
He was best friends with like Sean Lee and them. He was a year older.
Oh, good athletes.
Yeah, I'd say.
Good athletes.
I would say.
All right, we got gave you a lot of picks today. Hockey, golf, footy, NBA, college basketball.
Can I get my lock out here?
Yes,
What do you got, dude?
please do.
So tonight, obviously, there's a lot popping off in the.
Are you trailing Foxy by the way? First, before are you going to take the?
I've lost so much money
Are
with
you
that.
going to take
Dude.
Golden State or no?
Last night was another Hammer Dahn. Because I'm also a LeBron James fan.
Yeah.
They fucking stink, that team.
No, you don't say.
How do they stink? Because
not-
Anthony Davis isn't around?
Yeah, he's not playing tonight.
Who isn't?
LeBron.
So is this a Sidney Crosby situation against the Sacramento Kings? I don't have a pick. Maybe next show.
Mitt's on the Kings.
Nick, you were correct. Baldwin. He played his high school hockey at Baldwin.
Yeah, Phil texted me and said Whitehall, Johnny Whitehall.
Baldwin Whitehall.
Yeah, same thing.
Same place.
Same thing.
Turns out
Phil.
he's actually cut from his high school hockey team.
By the way, gritty
Jordan
area.
situation.
Baldwin grit. Gotta have some grit, I think, in Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're purple.
Always gotta have. If your school is purple,
Gotta have some grit.
gotta have some.
So no pick.
We are from a purple school. By
Yes,
the way.
we are.
That is why we were saying that. We are
So
very much from.
Friday, you're gonna have one.
Me? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
When's West Virginia playing?
Probably Thursday, tomorrow actually.
Oh, so I do have a pick.
West
Let's
Virginia.
see.
West Virginia to cover whoever
see
tomorrow.
who they
Some
got.
team is about to get it tomorrow because Bob Huggins didn't win his 900th yesterday.
They
against
are
Baylor.
at home to TCU.
Fucking whatever it is, alternate spread 10.
I don't know why the Big 12's doing this, but because they had to play yesterday, they play tomorrow, and then they play Saturday before the conference tournament, which is like day after day after day, right before the tournament.
It's all right. The boys need to get some reps.
We got
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, Baylor tomorrow too. That should be another fucking matchup. It's heating up, man. This is
Ohio
great.
State, Illinois, I believe, is tomorrow as well.
How about Illinois doing that to big
They might get a 1 seed now.
Illinois?
It might be Baylor, Gonzaga, Michigan, Illinois,
Isn't that crazy? The ACC. See you later.
I think.
West Virginia's going to be a 2 seed. That's all I know,
Yes, they are.
and I'm pretty pumped up about that.
Is Duke out now? They lost again last night.
They are on a bubble.
They'll
You
get
would
in.
think with the
They'll
bubble, yeah,
squeak in.
Krzyzewski has enough pull. Here comes Ty. Ty heard a little college basketball
Oh,
talk.
you think Iowa's getting a 1 seed?
No, I don't. But speaking of games tomorrow, Iowa plays Nebraska at home at
Nebraska
Carver
stinks.
Hawkeye Arena. Yeah, Nebraska fucking stinks. Also, I think I'm going to parlay that. I mean, they're minus 16.5. I might just take them money line. But I think Michigan is going to dog walk Michigan State tomorrow. I like that. That I think they're minus
Michigan off a
13.
loss?
Yeah,
That's my favorite bet. I
they're
think.
going to beat the piss out of them.
Minus 13.
So you like Michigan minus 13 and Iowa minus 16.5.
Let me check that Michigan.
No, potentially Iowa money line or the team over.
Yes,
Is what I'll probably
Michigan
end up.
is currently minus 13
Yeah.
against fucking.
Fucking
Michigan
Tom
State
Izzo.
stinks.
No, dude, Tom Izzo.
Has
Foxy,
Tom Izzo lost his fastball?
Now Michigan only has 1 loss in the year, or sorry, 2, 1,
2.
2. They are 1-0 after a loss at ATS,
Boom. Hammer it.
Don.
and Michigan State stinks.
Hey, thank you, Ty.
I bet
Thank you, Ty. All right, a lot of information for everyone today.
Can't even bet money line right now. What the fuck's this guy doing?
Who for what? Iowa?
Yeah.
He will tomorrow. It's
I'm
too
not going to
soon.
remember.
I'll
Is that
bet.
why you signed up for those text messages from that
We'll
guy?
remind you. Yeah.
So the Jeff guy sends text messages like,
Yeah,
hey,
hey.
live bet right now.
Correct.
This?
That's fucking
brilliant.
brilliant.
Yeah. We should think about doing that for next football season.
That'd be yes.
Because there are a couple
Hey,
very
Chiefs just went down 10. They're not losing.
text. Smart play right now, maybe this. Because those live bets are where good strategery's at. That's a great call by that guy. Hey, to be in a golf game, by the way, you got to be a lifer, huh? That's a lot
Yeah.
of time.
You gotta love golf. You gotta love stats.
Nick, are you going to get into golf this spring?
I get into golf every spring, Pat. And then
Really?
I get out of it as soon as it gets cold, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do play a
I
lot.
try. It's hard, though. So much time.
Well, and you got a lady now, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's even less time.
Well, we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, there's a song that says, "If I didn't have you," it ends with saying like I'd be trying to find somebody like you, but in there he says, "I'll probably have a lot better golf game." And
Well,
that is a very
The good
very
news
real
is
thing.
my boss needs to get better at his golf game. And I can assist with that.
By the
so-
way, I am trying to force it into a way where
work event.
Yeah, I can somehow content wise.
I wish I could take it. I just can't get into it,
Are you
dude.
terrible at it?
well, you stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Just ride on the cart with us.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
all
suck down
hey,
claws
Throw some
all
hey,
claws
hey,
on the
I'm
cart,
all
dude.
in for a day on the course. Man.
How hard would it be to get down to like lower than a 4 handicap? Incredibly difficult.
I think you just
Maybe that's what we do.
You'd
play
have to
quite a
do.
bit for the
Yeah, I think
season.
you'd have to play some amount every single day.
I think my
And
old
whether
my
that
old
be
man
a couple
got
holes or a full 18.
my old man got to an 8, I believe.
I've been down there.
Yeah.
I've been down to like 4, 5, or 6. I forget what it was.
but Nick
I was
and were
playing a
there,
lot of golf,
But we
though.
had to we played 4 times a week probably.
I was playing at least 3 times a week then.
3-4 times.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get good.
I got a new putter. And if I used the Morikawa thing,
I don't know how he does that.
Fucking work
that
for him.
felt very awkward just listening to
hey,
it.
by the way, that might be the greatest golfer. Like,
24 years old.
The
just
next-
figured out how to putt.
bro, he might be the next one. He might be like the legit greatest golfer of all time. Sorry about that, Diggs.
He's not better than Tiger, dude.
Well, that's what I'm not. I'm just saying when it's all said and done. Like this is judging Braun right now against Jordan. He's in the middle of his career. Can't judge him yet.
Listen, I love Colin. He ain't Tiger, dude. Hammer.
I think Colin would say that.